Hello, Dankey Kang gang. It's Comrade Dankey here today with our continuation on our look into the fascist rally, the National Solutions Conference that took place at Montgomery Bell State Park a few weeks ago. This is a continuation, the article from wagingnonviolence.org, where we last left off. Our hero, Chris Irwin, anti-fascist lawyer, was able to infiltrate the Chud scum hive at the Montgomery Bell State Park Conference Center. And what he found inside, we shall see. So he says, despite being well known throughout Tennessee for showing up at white supremacist events to heckle participants, Irwin was able to walk in the front door and pay his entry fee like everybody else attending the National Solutions Conference. No one stopped him, and unlike most people there, he made no effort to conceal his identity. Yeah, that's true, ladies and gentlemen. They were wearing like fake name tags and shit and disguises just to try to, because they're so proud of their views. It says at one point, Irwin even found himself sitting next to David Duke. Holy shit! I don't think I would be able to I wouldn't be able to keep it cool, ladies and gentlemen. If I got sat next to the Dukester, they would have to put me in fucking ironclads because I wouldn't be able to fucking hold back. I'd have to try to kick his ass. I don't know how strong David Duke is, but I think he's an old fucking man, so I think I have a pretty good shot at kicking his ass. I don't care if I get dogpiled by all of his chud friends and probably killed. I mean, it would be a life well lived if I could just beat the shit out of David Duke. He says, so he introduced himself and told the former KKK Grand Wizard he was an anti-fascist. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm an Antifa, you fucking chode. David Duke's smile probably just disappeared from his face. The familiar flame of hatred just grew in his eye. It says there was no response from Duke or any other conference goers as they learned Irwin's identity. He says, I don't think they knew what to do with me, he said. By the end of the second day, they were getting some ideas. I don't know, dude. That's some risky shit to just walk in there, the balls, just to walk in there and say, yeah, by the way, I'm a fucking anti-fascist. I hate all of you. You're scum. You're scum, capiche? It says, nevertheless, that's not what frightened Irwin the most. It was the organizing he saw. He says there were tables laden with propaganda. Talk about alternative financial networks. I heard some crazy stuff, but I saw organization. They're talking about brothers not fighting brothers anymore because they have one enemy. They're flying fascists in to participate from around the world. These guys are serious. They can come up with large amounts of cash. So this is bad, ladies and gentlemen. These guys have a fucking network going. And you expect me to believe the Tennessee government isn't on their fucking payroll? That's bullshit. It says, Irwin said he didn't see that kind of organization or desire to work together among anti-fascists and anti-racists. He says, good anarchists and activists are always fighting with one another. We've benefited for decades with them fighting each other, but they're starting to put the knives down. We're not. Good anarchists, we've benefited with them. When he says with them, I think he's meaning the white nationalists. They're starting to put the knives down. We're not. That's kind of a weird quote. It says, according to Irwin, they're creating structures and frameworks for when climatic or economic collapse occurs. And they have a network that crosses the nation. He says, we're just on the internet. We've abandoned that ground. We're one economic collapse away. We're not prepared. They are. Irwin said that the first step towards building an anti-fascist movement that can effectively respond in the present and future is to organize at the community level face to face. He says, we're going to lose if it comes down to violence. If this becomes about violence, they're going to beat us. Says, despite their efforts at organizing, Irwin noted it's not their strength. He says they're worried about organizing. They know that's where they'll get beat. If it comes down to punching it out with them, that's fighting on their ground. They'd love it. While those of us organizing around Montgomery Bell were already thinking along these lines, Irwin's undercover work confirmed our intuition. Now more than ever, we realize our organizing can't be confined to the conference and the week leading up to it. Going forward, we'll be organizing in Burns and the surrounding communities in the months before and between the conferences. We want to do our own flyering and chalking, we want to meet up with local congregations and organizations to talk about what's happening in their own backyard. That's what it means to fight on the ground. What's more, it's something most of us are already doing on a daily basis. If we can do it more consciously and in unison, we can create an anti-fascist movement that's able to respond in the present as well as in the future, leaving little space for violent and hateful ideologies to spread. That was written by Beth Foster. But yeah, I just want to say to that, we absolutely can't wait until the fucking week before these conferences to try to get people riled up. Like you can go back and watch my channel, and that is proof right there, just firsthand proof that it takes days and days and days to try to get into contact with these fucking idiots that work at TDEC. And these idiots that work for our state government are just not interested in responding or answering questions. They gave me the cold shoulder. In terms of trying to organize to combat these guys, yeah, we absolutely need like a dedicated organization. I praise Antifa for being able to just spontaneously respond to the presence of like Nazi organizations. But at the same time, we have to have like a dedicated continuous action in the times where the Chuds are still plotting their conferences. We can't wait. We can't be a reactive movement. Antifa is a reactive movement, but as a whole, our response to fascism should be at least on some level proactive. So all that being said, very good article. I'm very interested to see if any other information comes out about this. I'd be really interested to see about Chris Irwin's footage, if he has any footage of who was there, if he could name any names, if he found anybody in our state government, because I'm pretty fucking sure there were people in our state government there. So all that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, follow me on Pornhub.